for obvious reasons. Okay. Um, we can go over some of their strategies if you want. So Dylan's already admitted. Dylan's strategy is, oh yeah, if anybody happens to be in the Civ game and you're listening, you obviously should leave. Um, Dylan's strategy is with city states, right? Even typed if he was reading, it's okay. So yeah, Dylan wants to get city states because Dylan can spend gold to get those city states, which anybody can do. But his are necessarily more powerful. He can upgrade them pretty cheaply, so he doesn't have to build a military as much if he controls many city states and has the gold to flip them. That's why he was saying earlier, I need gold, because he didn't have enough to flip them. If he got attacked, he would have just died. Um, I don't like how aggressive he's being with it, like socially. Like he's really like demanding and kind of mean about people accidentally taking those city states. And that's city states are for everyone. They're not just for him because his civ works well. In fact, the other players shouldn't be giving him city states like that. They're just backing off and letting him have, especially the city states around him. Like he's easy to take down, right? He's got a bunch of city states he controls, but he only has like 5 of them, and he's like socially pressuring people to not play more. No, the easy thing is just the players have to be like, no, I want to be suzerain of the city state, and he loses all his power. Right. Like his civ is actually really easy to take down if people group up and work together. Right? If Dylan starts grouping, everyone just says, okay, I like this city state, flips it to their suzerain, and then he loses a lot of his power. Now, Dylan does actually have a really powerful military right now. He didn't for a while, but at this point, if someone like tries to invade him, he actually could probably fend them off without flipping city states, which means he gets to save gold. But they shouldn't have let him get to that point. And city states, especially once we start getting into like modernization era, the city states will typically slow down a bit. So, which I mean, he's becoming more self-sufficient now. But he is the entire game had those city states to like fend people off, and I it's not too late for them to take it, but they have to work together, which right now they're not. Right, the that war on the east side of the map with like Vivian or Relevant, the longer that goes on, the better off Dylan is. Dylan, I think, is Hungary. So it is absolutely in Dylan's best interest to keep that going as long as possible. Of course, they should recognize his threat and step in, right? So there's Dylan's strategy and like the best way to kind of counter it. Synth and Eric are actually in about the same boat right now, where both of them like have really high science, but they all have really low military right now, which can be changed, right? If they give them time, they'll build up a more powerful military because they have tech to do so. So, I mean, you beat them by going in right now. Since talking about, oh, I'm going to have biplanes soon, soon is not now, right? They're limiting his growth at the moment. Limiting whose growth, sorry. But yeah, for both of them, because they don't have much of a military right now, don't give them the chance to build it up. Don't give them the chance to like complete their tech and go. They could actually. I'd be really Dylan. They're limiting his growth because he's kind of surrounded by the city states, which does limit the amount of territory he can take. But the fact that he's surrounded means he kind of has this wall of support that he can just throw money at any time and get help. Dylan is playing Hungary right now. That's why I said, like, if you want to attack Dylan, group up, everyone's suzerain a city state, and he suddenly loses that ability. It's actually really easy to take down, but one person could only grab suzerain of, like, one city, and he's surrounded by, like, 5. Right? So the easy answer is everybody pick a city state, get suzerain, and you deny Dylan that power. But they're not going to team up right now. There's a few people, like North of Mage is actually playing very friendly towards people right now. Um, Even though North of Mage isn't the most like technologically developed, I still think he's worth considering. He's playing really well with Bela. He's playing really well with Act and Irrelevant. And actually, because he's in two different places, both of which are like surrounded by water, so he's actually pretty safe. North is fine, right? Now, if North lets uh oh god, Synth and Eric build up their tech, his like naval army won't matter because planes, right? He could try to like build up battleships and go through that whole stuff, but yeah, right now, don't count him out. North is actually doing an extremely good job of like playing a diplomat this game. He's teaming up with people. He's getting what he wants to happen done. I think he needs to be a little more like proactive on what he's doing though. And I think North actually still has a good win condition here. Um, he's got a little bit. That's another one. North had a really like good amount of territory to him. He should have taken it. Um, is it Act that's by him? He's let Act have too much territory, which I don't get. People in this game need to be way more aggressive with their territory and not just give it to people. Freems gave up that city for 100 gold. He got an extra 100 out of it because North was nice for I don't know what reason. But he shouldn't have. Like, building up that city takes so many turns and resources. The 200 gold won't buy him another settler, not to mention the production and time he's out. I think that was a very poor decision on Freems' part. And Freems he actually almost called it though, right? When Bela's like, hey, give us the city or we're going to take it, Freems was like, I have a much higher military score than you. No, you can't threaten me. Which was a really good move. But they didn't give him nearly a good enough deal for a city. And honestly, like, it's hard to get a deal where giving them a city is good. Because cities are so valuable. Walk into Synth. The focus is down on Freems. Yeah. So yeah, Synth could actually like build up these planes, but how many planes are they gonna build? The other thing, because we're getting into planes now, does Synth have like the oil and the plastic and stuff necessary for this? I'd have to like load up the game again to see, but the quick answer is no. I mentioned there's one city that is on 4 oil tiles. It's Freems, right? It's not Synth. So if Freems actually gets to oil or something that needs oil, he's good. He could start pumping out units really fast. Um, he parked on a desert. Like, it's actually not a great space, but once you unlock the oil, it becomes amazing. That's why I said he actually found a really good city. It doesn't even know it yet. That's why Synth wanted him. Let's see. Freems. So Freems is actually in a really rough spot. Losing that city early, even though he got the city back from Synth, really set him behind. Right? He lost the city, which means he lost the production and science, whatever, from it for several turns. About like 20-ish turns, I think. Or maybe not 20 turns, but something. What else? Japan actually has a really good mid-game strike with Samurai. Samurai are stupidly strong units that don't take iron. I don't know why. But Samurai don't matter if he doesn't get them out until Synth already has planes. Because Samurai can't do anything against planes, right? Obviously. Yeah, Freems needed a little more science, but he didn't spawn in a good place to actually get science, and Synth set him back quite a bit. Even if he got the city back, Synth still did a really good job with that. That is just unfortunate for Freems. If Freems wants to win, Freems needs to set up a good alliance with someone. I'm not saying he can't participate, but he needs somebody to help carry him. Over by next session or farther away than they realize. If I had to guess, I'd say we have 3 more sessions. I think we've got this game. So this next one, it's still going to take several turns. I think Synth is a little too excited about getting planes and stuff because it's going to take so long to build them and to research and everything. But I think about the end, maybe the middle, but about the end, Synth is actually going to go hyper aggressive with planes if nobody has like struck a good blow to her, right? The next one, if assuming Synth and Eric go through, will be them taking people out. Thing is, we're playing on Pangea. We're playing on a really big map. It's gonna take some time to take them out, right? Even if they like go after Freems, which Freems is in the middle of them, so that kind of makes sense. They can pinch them really hard. Um, I don't know. That's gonna take a lot of time. Um, Catherine dominates. Catherine dominates has air units about the same time Freeze does. Nobody seems to notice. Pangea looks small, but it's still pretty big though. Catherine is actually the like really good to defeat them. Um, what actually should happen is if they do make that move, if they start attacking people, Catherine should immediately get into an alliance with whichever city has good science and good production. That way they're in the alliance and they give that tech boost to them. That allows someone else to get air units out really fast. Meanwhile, Catherine can still like produce some like planes and stuff to help them. But Catherine actually has really good culture. Unfortunately, cultures don't do a whole lot. Who have mountain advantage? I think Catherine actually. Catherine's actually pretty surrounded by mountains. There's a bunch of mountains around Irrelevant too, but Irrelevant. That's the other thing. The war in the East. That's something worth talking about for a bit. The war in the East is pretty much Vivian and to a smaller part Catherine versus Irrelevant, Act, and the North a little bit. Vivian has Legion units. Legion units are crazy strong. Vivian actually made a really good move by getting really aggressive with them. Unfortunately, Vivian should have taken peace because this war has gone on too long. Civilization doesn't actually reward you very well for long, drawn-out wars, right? Because you start getting the war penalties, your amenities become less powerful, you start dropping in production and science and culture. Those are all bad. And I know Rome gets some good bonuses, but still. This war, it's set Vivian back because it's lasted so long. It's set Irrelevant back. It's set Act back because Act has lost, I think, a single city. I think. The group needs to just say, okay, the war is over. Give everyone a bit of time to build up and focus on synth. Why don't they unite? Because they've been fighting for too long. They don't want to give it up. They could have made it West versus East. They could. And in all seriousness, they should. Especially since Synth is already announced, like, hey, I've got planes soon. I'm going to start attacking people. Which I think was a bad move to announce that. That's the point when they should have said, hey, let's truce and take out Synth. Because they're way behind on science. I think some of them have like 30 science to Synth's 120 something. That's so hard to come back from at this point in the game if you're that behind on science. Good way to do it though, especially because you have culture, right? Which I think you get some from culture. Spies. Get spies, send them to Synth, start stealing tech boosts from her. Right? People being ahead on science sucks. Spies are a really good way to catch up. Be like, oh, I need to learn plastics, but I don't have the tech boost for it. Send a spy to Synth because you know Synth has it. That's how you catch up. And I haven't seen Synth actually produce any spies yet. She might have, I don't know, because that's obviously you have to look really close to catch that. But yeah, spies are a really good catch-up mechanic in the game. You also could be stealing gold, especially because production is halted right now. Buying units with gold is the best way to do it. Synth has really crazy good gold production. Like, sending some spies to Synth and siphoning gold, good tactic. They should do it. But yeah, if the East really needs to unite, or all four of them are going to lose. Vivian, Irrelevant, Act. I guess it's only three. As I said, North and Catherine to a smaller extent. They're all going to lose because they're so far behind now. That's what is great about modern Civ. There are so many strats that there's usually a way. Yeah, and obviously being behind is bad, but like spies are a good way to catch up. Um, North of Mage has really good gold output. Doesn't really need spies to siphon gold, but can be using those spies to siphon tech from Synth, from Eric. Like Dylan has good science, even though he's still going to be a little bit behind. Um, Catherine did mention once that she was about to get planes, but nobody seemed to catch that. You have like so many people you could be stealing tech from. Not everybody is gonna have spies. Can't they take great people too? I don't think spies can take great people in Civ 6. I might be wrong. Maybe I haven't played around with it enough. But they can stop production. They can take out governors. It's only temporary, but you can still take them out. Civ Revolutions, yeah, they can in Civ Revolution was so good, but I don't think in Civ 6. Catherine has. I don't think anybody actually rolled Catherine. Oh no, wait, somebody did. Who's playing France? Is it Acdot? Yeah, I think Acdot is actually the one playing France. What else? Steal science, halt production, take out governors, um, incur loyalty penalties. I feel like there's another one, but that might be about it. But either way, those are good ways to do it. Um, if Synth announces, which Synth has been showing their hand too much, is like, got plans, I'm going to start producing them, you send a spy over and sabotage the production. You're like, what are you going to do now? Synth can still buy them with gold, but you can also siphon their gold, so that helps too. Civ was perfect. Civ Rev was actually really fun because it was Civilization, but it wasn't quite as technical, which I think is really good for like an introductory game to get people into the series. It got me. Um, who else haven't we talked about? Bela. Um, Bela is actually was in a good position. So Bela actually started off on a peninsula, had so much space, but spawned like just that peninsula just spawned a ton of barbarians, made it really hard to expand. I think Bela should have focused a little more effort on production, just to push out more units and claim that territory. And then once the territory is claimed, then you can kind of catch up with science. She also spawned next to a Great Wonder, which provides a bunch of culture. I can't remember what it's called. Bela's chance to win was in the early game, and I mean, she got a bad start. It sucks, but military to build experience for our troops. Yeah, and you're actually right. That's something I'm not good at, is remembering you can use like barbarians as a chance to capture experience for troops. She could have done that, and she didn't. Um, Bela's not hopeless though. She can still, even though the worst thing actually isn't that. The worst part is that she let North settle on her continent. Excuse me, that was a bad move. Because sure, he helps clear the barbarians, but now that's less territory for you to take. She needs to take this opportunity while he's helping her to claim as much territory as she can. Which I think since the start of this game, she's only claimed one more city. Which she did claim on the Natural Wonder, but it's still only one more city. Um, the best role for Bela right now is that Bela's actually in a decent spot to take out Synth. Really, yeah, 5 total, and she could have probably built 10 on that continent, on that peninsula, and maybe even built out of it. Like she got that one city from Frames. No reason she couldn't have built that herself. She said she was planning to, but she didn't. Um, Especially because she spawned in like a natural rainforest. She could have built the. Is it Great with Zimbabwe that gives bonuses to rainforest tiles? I think so. Lots of production there though. Like she actually could maybe still come back, but it's gonna be rough. That's another. Like her way to win is to get in a good alliance. Take out Synth and Eric. Like, people on the map can see that both of them are a threat, but Synth has come out and said, I'm getting planes. Planes are really important because once you get planes, not a lot of units can do anything about them. What is this? Janissary? I haven't actually played the Ottomans yet. Ottoman Empire replaces the musketmen. Lower production, higher combat strength. It starts with a free promotion? That's crazy. Can only be trained in cities with a population 2 or more. If trained in a city that was founded by the Ottomans, subtracts 1 from its population. Oh, that's rough. Oh my god, but she took that city from Freems. Yeah, that city she took she got from Freems. She should try to build units in that. I want to say that city actually had really low production, but 120 production versus 240? Oh my god, that's crazy. Plus 10 combat strength against anti-cavalry? This unit is crazy. That one stipulation, though, reducing population, that makes the only thing that makes it from being completely overpowered. This is a good unit, though. Wow. What does Ottoman get? Plus 50 production towards siege units. Siege units gain 5 combat strength against defensible districts. Conquering a city doesn't cause the city to lose population. Oh, that's cool. Plus 1 amenity and 4 loyalty per turn for cities not found by the Ottomans. So she actually gains a lot of bonuses for taking other cities. Unit is... Wait, is this right? This isn't who she's playing. Oh, right there. A unique governor. Yeah. Okay. Unique unit. She has that. What's their infrastructure? I don't know. If you have a homeless issue, genocide can reduce the population to have you. Okay. Putting it that way, it actually makes it a little bit funny. Okay, let's see. Plus 5 gold, plus 1 citizen slot, a bonus merchant per turn. Yeah, okay, this is built in the commercial hub district. Accumulate 1 extra strategic resource for each different type of strategic resource the city has improved. Oh. 1 amenity. Oh my god. This is a pretty... Oh man. It's in the commercial hub, but this is pretty good. Make sure every city has a luxury resource. The strategic one is good too, but this is actually a good building. The governor, I don't know. I need to read through this. Plus 20 production to all military units in the city. Hell yeah. Throw that in the city she took from Freems. It has low production, but that helps out a lot. And I know she has this governor purchased already. While friendly units fighting the city's territory gain 5 combat strength. Grants all units within 10 tiles of the city center plus 10 combat strength when attacking defensible. Oh, wow. That's pretty good. Probably, I like that one more, unless you're obviously like under siege. But she can lock Islam with governor. When established in an allied foreign capital, alliance leveling rate is increased with the owner. When established in a foreign capital, grievances from the city owner against you are reduced by 1 more per turn. That's interesting. So you can actually establish them in foreign cities? Or does this mean only on cities that you've captured? Or what is this? When established in a foreign capital, none of the owner's cities exert loyalty pressure on your cities. Excuse me? So you just, like, once you take a city, it's yours. There's no, like, loyalty pressure or anything to mess with. You just get it. Darn. Another civilization's capital as well as any domestic city. Yeah, wow. So you just send him to whatever capital you're about to siege and... Wait. Of course I take a bite. All friendly units fighting within the city's territory gain 5 combat strength. That's actually crazy if you can put it in their capital city. So you can actually put this in the capital city, enemy's capital, and now all your units get 5 combat strength. That's really good. This would kill Dylan's control in city states. Yeah. Um, Hungarian. Okay, whatever. I want to eat my brownie. Okay. Plus 50% production for districts and buildings built across a river. Okay. I mean, obviously you want to play around rivers anyway, so you got just that's just kind of a thing to keep in mind. I don't know what the thermal bath is. What is this? Levied city-state units gain +2 movement, +5 combat strength, which is why he wants to have all the city-states, and can be upgraded at a 75% discount in gold and resources. Jeez. Oh, actually, no, because we were talking earlier. This means he doesn't have to worry about his city-states not keeping up with tech, because they go off of his tech, right? So as long as he has the science and gold, he can just up their units if the city-state falls behind. Levying troops from a city-state grants 2 envoys with that city-state, which helps them maintain control. Gain the Black Army unique unit with castles. I don't know what that is. Okay, what is this? Ignores enemy zone of control, +3 combat strength for each adjacent levied unit. Higher combat strength, higher production cost. I mean, it's 5 more production. We don't care about that. 3 more strength, and then you get 3 more for each adjacent levied unit. That's not bad, actually. That's pretty good. Yeah, Dylan right now would be really hard to siege because he's got so many city-states. Um, One of the best things you could actually maybe do is Synth. Yeah, is Synth. If Synth gets to bombers, he or she can just bomb the city center and then rush it. Thermal bath +2 amenities from entertainment to all city centers within 6 tiles. Oh, this is built in the entertainment complex. That's pretty good. +2 production, +3 tourism, 2 additional amenities if there's at least 1 geothermal official within its borders. Not bad. Hungary doesn't seem like overpowered, but the fact that they're just letting him accumulate city-states makes this really powerful. Right? I mean, they could put a stop to it at any time. They just need to team up and work together. It doesn't look like Dylan's actually going to be like enough of a threat that they really need to worry about it, though. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. Oh, sorry, chat. I didn't think about it. I should have actually like switched it over so you can see what I'm reading. I didn't do that, and I should have. Sorry. Didn't didn't think about it. Let me see. Or envoys the cities can flip them against Dylan. Yeah. Well, that's the problem. Is once he levies them, he gets +2. But they could still do that, right? Because Dylan's trying to maintain multiple city states, and they just say, okay, you put all your envoys in this, you put all your envoys in this, and it makes it pretty easy, actually. I don't think Dylan's the highest in culture either. Catherine was the highest in culture, I think. Catherine might still be. So yeah, Catherine could just pull the city states and Dylan loses a bunch of power. Not too bad. Is there anything else we wanted to do? Anything else to go over? I'm trying to think. What were some of the other city-states? Other cities or countries? Darn it. Um, Erica's playing Aztecs, which is weird. What was North's angle? Um, I think North is actually trying to roleplay more than win, which is fine. I mean, that's actually like really cool of him to focus on views. I'm competitive, so I wouldn't be good at it, but North's trying to roleplay. He's trying to play friendly with everyone. He's being a druid. He wants to protect the trees. I don't know. It's a little weird, but um, right now North has the most gold production in the game, which is powerful, right? Yeah, yeah, we can lol. I'm a competitive person. I want. Sorry. Yeah, if I don't have any audio play, my headset goes out after a while because it doesn't recognize that I'm saying something to it. Um, North has gold, which is really good. Like North can just buy up a bunch of units, but if North doesn't have the tech for decent units, which he currently doesn't, then it doesn't matter. I thought North was actually in an alliance with Act and Irrelevant. I don't know if that's actually true. They might just be working together. They might have been working together just against Vivian. But once again, that war in the East really needs to stop. Because you've got a bunch of people that are playing mid game fighting, while the other half is like, hey, we're building up to mid end game. Right? They're building. No, I think Vivian does have like a few musketmen. But, I mean, once again, you got musketmen and since building pipelines. Um, Maori gets some really good abilities, though. But how about bailing out Whale? Two eruptions in a city is not deadly. Okay. Will did get a bad start. He complained about the volcano, which is fair. Volcanoes suck. But he's the one that chose to put his thing there, right? Maybe it was the best in his area. I'd have to like double check that, but I mean, it's just not a was not a good choice on his part. Um, the eruptions do like really hurt, like losing a bunch of cities, but he could have had multiple cities. I think he has four cities, and I get the impression that Will hasn't really been like trying or doing much. That's like earlier he was like, I just want someone to take me out. He wants to be done. Which is, I don't know, really disappointing to me. But yeah, bad start. You work with what you got though. Some people get better starts than others. It's just part of the game. If we want, there's like different mods and stuff that try to give you more balanced starting points for everyone. Next season we can roll with one of those. I don't know. Um, but Dan took over, which Dan hasn't gotten to really play or do anything. Came in on like the last turn. Um, that's Dan. Dan probably, no offense to Dan, has the least likely chance of winning, in my opinion. Right? Um, Dan's going into a Civ that doesn't have a whole lot going on. Got Ravaged Volcano. Probably hasn't been trying super hard. And now is like, okay, win. Bailout is possible. North is not near Will, but North has really good naval, so he can kind of get to anywhere, which Will is close to. Or Dan, sorry. Right. So North can kind of get there to help if he wants to. I don't know. It's that's I feel bad for Dan. Dan's getting to play, and Dan's just getting a really terrible start to it. But you know, what do you do sometimes, right? The one thing I'm hoping, and I think Dan will do this, is that Dan is kind of like, you know what, this sucks starts, but I'm happy I'm getting to play. Keeps a positive attitude and gets invited back next season. Right. That's kind of my thought on it. That's not like a gameplay thing, right? Um, but yeah, Dan's getting a bad start. I think Dan should just kind of admit to it, play the best he can. Honestly, Dan's in a good place. Play for the memes. Have fun with it. Try to like little finger your way around things. Make good content. Um, I wouldn't worry too much about winning, which sucks because I'm competitive. I don't know if Dan is or not, but yeah, I mean it's just it's what you got. It's what we're going with. What good can volcanoes do? I mean, volcanoes do a few things. So after volcanoes erupt, I think they fertilize the ground, like floods. So the area around them gets like extra food, which is really nice. The problem is because it actually like hit his city, a bunch of people literally died, right? He lost population because of that. And I think it's happened twice, which once again really sucks. If it hit like a district instead, it would like damage the district, so you have to repair it. You might lose the population that was working on it, but you can rebuild. The fact that the like his capital was put on a volcano was probably not a very good move. Um, Once again, I'd have to look at the start. Maybe he didn't have anything better around there, but it's just really unfortunate for Will. Will got a bad start. So settle a space away from volcano or two. Yeah, exactly. Um, I do remember to the east, Dan actually, or Will, God, did settle on a river to the east, but the river he could have moved one or two tiles and still had that river, still gotten the freshwater bonus. Um, I think Will is disappointed because he spawned like in a tundra too, but playing Canada, Canada actually gets bonuses for tundra. So your Canada, like Russia, will always spawn in the tundra. Always, because they get bonuses to it. So the game just does that. Um, yeah, it'll be tough for Dan to win. We might do. Ooh, this might be fun actually. Next Monday, if I get on a little bit earlier, I can try to do a recap, kind of like this. This is kind of we're doing a recap right now to try to remember what's going on, like who's doing what. Maybe I could actually try to make a tier list, which I mean we could do it together in chat of who we think is most likely to win right now. Like make a prediction tier list. Vid that talked about settling on grassy hills. The idea is that a city auto gets two food, so you start with two food, two production. Yeah, so the tile you settle on, you always get whatever it provides, right? So if you settle on a tile that naturally gives two food, two production, your city starts with that, right? You don't have to bother about working that tile. Your capital is always worked. I believe settling on the hill, you also maintain the defensive bonus. So like if you got a rage unit trying to attack on a hill, the hill actually counts as one extra space, so they have to get right next to the city. They can't attack it from range. So settling on a hill also provides units or bonuses like that. But yeah, we can try to get together and make like a prediction tier list or something if we want. That might be fun. And of course, if we do that, it has to be in good spirit, right? This isn't trying to say like, oh, synth sucks at the game or whatever. Even though I would probably rate synth pretty high right now. But yeah, I think that would actually be really fun to do. And obviously, that's something that needs to stay between us, right? Because if I say synth is the most likely person to win, that would draw a lot of attention on synth and make them more likely to lose. But that would actually be really fun. I meant to stream a little bit beforehand, and I just got stuck on stuff. My apartment complex, we're Indiana is still in quarantine, but my apartment complex decided screw the quarantine, we're going to continue redoing the side of houses. So they decided to start redoing the side of my house at 8:30 in the morning. I was streaming until 6 a.m. ish on that panel. So I got like 2 hours of sleep, and they're like hammering and tearing off the side of my apartment. So I literally couldn't sleep. Like they were working on multiple parts of my apartment, so I couldn't get away from it. I had to literally go into my bathroom, which is the furthest inward, and was trying to sleep in the bathtub just to get away from the noise. I, I really should be asleep. I haven't slept much. I think I've got like a second win because I'm actually talking to people right now and doing stuff. Good spirit and keep info here between us. Yeah, exactly. Because I'm not trying to do this mean spirited. This is just an objective who seems to be in the best position to win, whether through how they're playing or what kind of starting location they have. Like civs, like Japan's a powerful civ that helps out frames. I would say Japan's more powerful than China, and China's who I played last time. Top 10 ranked Civ 6 players. Number 6 will surprise you. So yeah, right now, Oh God, there's a few. I don't know. I'll worry about it on Monday. That'll give me a little bit more time to think about it, and I don't want to like start a project like that tonight. That would be good though, because we've been doing that. Actually, would be good. I am wanting to do this on YouTube. I don't know if I mentioned this in a roundtable, so if people here were on that, sorry, you're gonna hear this twice. I actually used to do like esports commentary way back. I did it for like Halo, Gears of War, League of Legends kind of stuff. But the problem, those were face-to-face tournaments, and it was so long ago. There's literally no record of it. If you like try to look it up, you won't find anything. You'd think I was making it up. But I really like doing this kind of like video game kind of analysis and the competitiveness of it. I think it's really fun. So um, I mentioned it to North. I DM'd Andre in Discord about it. I would actually like to try getting back into doing like kind of esports analysis and doing commentating. Um, it's just to me it's fun. It's fun. I need something to do on stream. Not that I'm going to stop these political podcasts, but I just need something else to do. I'm getting sick and tired of it sometimes. Um, so yeah, I tried finding some like amateur like tournaments online to see. There's like an amateur Civ tournament, which is where I got the multiplayer mod from. But the people who like run the tournament already stream it and commentate. Otherwise, I would do that too. I'd have reached out to them. But what I might try to do is try to find some like really amateur tournaments online that I can do. Obviously, things like getting paid would be good, but right now, I think that would just be if I could stream it on my own channel, I would be happy to do that. Keep it in chat and not typed in Discord. I don't want any leaks from spies from other chats. Oh yeah, that's fine. I was actually thinking there's like the tierlist.com. Just doing one of those. Do like an S, A, and B tier and do that. That way it's just like here. It's only on my Twitch page. Afterwards, we can just delete it and not save the tier list. That way, there's no record of it besides the VOD. And yeah, we can. I guess we could put that on YouTube as well. But yeah, I want to do like some esports commentating. Unfortunately, I've got the place I used to do it. They're still in business, but they just don't do it anymore. Um, and from what I found online doing research, a lot of the like pro commentators they like start commentating because they were pros in the whatever game they played. Like they commentate for Street Fighter because they were one time pros in Street Fighter. I'm not like the only game I could say I was like pro level at, quote unquote. I used to be masters in Hero of the Storm. Like Heroes of the Storm isn't competitive anymore. Maybe I could find like an amateur esports event for it, but that's a stretch. So I'm kind of at this place where I'm like, this is something I would like love to do on stream and I would look forward to and like try to develop. I'm like, but how? um, Personally, I really like strategy games. Like Civ 6 is a really good game for me to do. I haven't played League in a while, but I could pick that one up really fast. So yeah, if anybody here in chat happens to like know of like a tournament people are trying to organize, even if it's totally for fun, like no prize money, I'd probably be willing to like commentate and work with them just for the kind of practice slash exposure. Which is why I reached out to Andre because I know Andre has done some competitive stuff. But yeah, I'll probably upload this to YouTube. I'll upload the entire episode, so the entire like season 2 episode 2, and then I'll probably make this as a like post game analysis or something as a separate video. And then next Monday we'll do like a pre-show tier list, and like a reminder. We'll have the actual episode itself, and then we'll do the post game again. Because at the very least, I want people after the tournament, like once they're knocked out or after we win, people to be able to go back and see what I see. So they know when people's lying, they know what alliances were going on. And hopefully they kind of enjoy that stuff. But yeah. Maybe tomorrow, today, whatever. I'll spend some time, like, go on stream and try to look up some like smaller tournaments. Card game tournaments like TFT are really like, I can see amateur tournaments for that, but hopefully they don't have a commentator or could use like a co. I don't know. It's one of those weird. I'm like, this would be really cool to do. Now I just have to figure out how to actually do it. My boy, why are you still streaming awake? Because I hate myself. It is 3 a.m. here, so not too bad. But yeah, we're doing like a post game analysis talking about what happened in the Civ tournament. Next Monday, I think I'm gonna try to do like a pre-tournament stream. And what I'll probably do is make like talk to like recap what happened and try to make a tier list of who I think is like playing the best and who has the highest like best chance to win right now. And then I was talking I really am enjoying commentating. I used to do commentation for like amateur esports stuff in the past. I would like to try to get back into that. I just don't know how. So that's what I was kind of talking to Chad about is like trying to find tournaments that could use a caster, even if it were like something to do for free. I think I would really enjoy it and it'd give me something to do and work on, and that would probably be good for me. But I need to like figure that out. I talked to Andre about it because Andre does esports, but he does fighting games. The only fighting game I actually know, which I could learn any, right? But the only one I could like commentate tomorrow would be Smash Bros. Which Smash Bros is a good game, but yeah. So I might try to look up for opportunities, find like amateur tournaments or something. A few subreddits about stuff like commentating. I don't know if there's anything for commentating. Let me clean this up a little bit. Um, right monitor. There we go. Do commentator requests. Tips on commentating professional matches. Crazy Hand. This is probably Smash Bros. Yeah, Crazy Hand will be Smash Bros. Um, someone, our Andre asked me about if I had like a VOD of me doing some commentator work. Let me see. Hey Taz, no, it's if you need to go to bed, it's fine. I'm not gonna be up too much later. Um, but hey, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. I'll at least stream on Friday, but if I don't see you before then, Civ tournament next Monday. I'm enjoying this a lot. Let's see. That's a cute bunny. These are tips. Yeah, Andre asked me if I had like a VOD of me commentating anything to like show off. And because the stuff I did was face to face and so long ago, I don't. But I could always go online, find like professional matches or semi-professionals and just commentate those and record them. Decent practice. DSA sleep. God. 19 hours last night fixed my schedule. I'm surprised I didn't sleep for longer, to be honest. Yeah, my schedule's just a mess right now. I just kind of accepted it. Try to find like an see is there an r/amateur esports? This is just under r/esports. Drive Bubba Wallace. What kind of name is that? These a sponsor after Ridge quitting televised race sim. These are going to be mostly like news and stuff. 10 p.m. and sleeping midday. Yeah. Problem for me is I've just been on these roundtables so much. So it's been like I'm up till like 6 a.m. and then I'm gonna sleep until like 3 or 4. But given that I'm not gonna be able to sleep with them doing construction in the morning again, I probably should go ahead and just try. Um, social distancing is pushing esports in the mainstream. Unpaid volunteer needing help with the Discord server. Is there a thing for this? Making esports Discord needs some assistance. And let me see. I don't know. Okay, we can actually click on that and it gives us. I wonder if it would show anyone looking for casters, producers, and players. International Overwatch. I haven't played Overwatch in a bit. But that's probably one I could pick up pretty well. I feel like Twitch politics is kind of dead early morning UK time. Yeah, usually you can get like Irrelevant on it this time, but he's not streaming on Mondays because of the Civ tourney. I think you've got like Mindwaves, who's probably playing Minecraft. Monday moves. Oh no, he's just chatting. Look at that. I got Battle on. She's not gonna do politics stuff, but oh, SBTV. SBTV's pretty good. Well, let's see. This is 25 days ago. Jeez, this is probably filled by now. Overwatch, I could probably pick up again because I used to play it a lot. League Rundown is looking for new co-hosts. What is this? It has gone on to the big TSM roster in the sky, so League Rundown is looking for a new member to join the podcast. Good medium to analytical and fun storyline with both Western regions within an hour time frame. Yeah, this is one of the problems right here. Is I don't play ranked. I never played that much ranked league. You don't watch Rally or Mindways? I mean, that's fine. If they're not like what you enjoy watching, then don't watch them. It's okay. You're gonna find streamers that don't like me or viewers that don't like me too. Happens. This might be something worth like following though. 100 plus strong muscle, non-toxic, friendly community who loves to learn together and win together. Only PS4 teams are participating at the moment. Oh no. I don't have a PS4. Esports bloggers and editors. Looking for writers. I don't use Reddit that much. But I probably could try to like reach out to some of these and get some like advice. Like honestly, even just making a post on here with like what I've said about like wanting to get involved wouldn't hurt. I don't think. I mean, I'd check the rules obviously, but information required for job postings. Seeking tournament participants. Facts. I mean, I could look through it. And also, which I know you can see on stream right now, my Reddit actually uses my gamer tag and not like my real name. I could probably just make another Reddit for that or a Reddit account, but yeah. So I don't even have to worry about like getting embarrassed. Long as you don't clip it. I don't care. Hmm. Yeah. Maybe it probably wouldn't hurt for me to reach out on Reddit and see what happens. But yeah, let's see what's going on. It's 3 a.m. I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. Even though I'll probably end up just watching like Trihex or something for a bit because I like Sonic games. Sonic games are really fun. Let's see. Is Grimace still going for a bit? We can raid into Grimace. Oh, we haven't raided into have we ever raided into SBTV? I don't think we have. It's like I've been on roundtables with him, but I've never like really bonded or talked to him outside of those. I don't know. Let me get this set up. Yeah, we're raiding to SBTV. He's actually a really knowledgeable dude. I just don't really like know or talk to him outside of roundtables. Yeah, so thanks everyone for coming and hanging out. Thanks for hanging out during the Civ tournament. Um, we'll do it again next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm gonna try to get on about 8 p.m. Eastern. That way we can like recap and we'll do a tier list and stuff for fun. Yeah, I'm enjoying this tournament though. good content. Thanks for Dylan for like hosting and organizing it. Yeah, Haley, you have a good night too. Sleep well. And yeah, I'll see you everyone. Have a good night.